I'm gonna do a reading. It's 8:15. It's Sunday, May 17th. I think I said I was gonna do readings on Sundays. I can't even remember. I was just moved to do a reading. I'm gonna do a reading while it's quiet before my kids get up, and I just heard them waking up, so like now is the time to do this reading. I'm gonna start off with my tarot deck. I hope everybody's having a good Sunday. So far, I'm having a pretty chill Sunday. Sundays are my favorite days of the week, so I look forward to nice Sundays, chill Sundays, quiet Sundays. I wanted to do a spread. I had intended on finding a spread so that it could be more structured and more... Oh, and I don't have my microphone. More guided, right? Couldn't find any spreads because I was running out of time. So it's like, I'm sure I could have, but in the time frame that I had, no. That card feel like it want to come out. I'm going to take it. And it would be a word. Debak. I haven't had this card before. Interesting artwork, right? That's what I'm looking at, the artwork. I'm noticing the feminine sign at the top. I'm noticing this green liquid stuff that's, you know, like, is that water? I'm trying to understand this image here. So, 7 of Cups. Interesting imaging. Sevens are normally challenging. Cups is emotion, so, you know, there could be some challenging emotions going on, and it looks like it. Like, that image, things look toxic and things look sticky. Things look murky. Things don't look clean. This card flipped up in the reverse. Queen of Discs. Yep, she's turned away. She got her horns, big old long horns. So, I feel like these cards right here, just going off of what I'm seeing right now, is this is our energy to this. Like, we don't want this on us. We're not entertaining that. Let's keep going. That card came out. I'm gonna stop. I lost it, and last time I did a reading, I kept losing cards. I don't like that, so that's when I'm gonna stop. Strife. I'm feeling that energy. I'm seeing it in the image. In the images, strife. What's the next card that I pulled? 5 of Wands. Challenges. 7 represents challenges. 5s represent challenges. Wands. How I like to look at wands. The cards. Wands for me represents being on a journey, right? And so we're on this journey and there's a challenge. We have come to a bump in the road, and that's what I'm seeing, like the imagery, you know. But let's keep going, because just because, you know, we got a flat tire or I've never lost so many cards. What? I said flat tire. Okay, somebody, and me too, I need to put air in my tires. That right there, let me know. Let's not play with the tires. Put some air in your tires, check on your tires, get them rotated and balanced, because why did all of these cards fall out? I was wondering how many cards should I pull from this deck. This answered it. I don't even know in what way. These 3 cards have not been revealed. I start panicking and freaking out, you guys, when this happens, because it's literally too many messages at one time, and then they get lost. Like, it's too many coming at me, and then like, what if there are more messages down here? So one moment. No, I don't see any more cards. We're not pausing the video and come back like, oh, this card, this card. I don't see no more cards nowhere. I am OCD. I have the inclination to count all of these cards right here to make sure I haven't lost any, but we're not. So on top, 2 of Wands, Dominion. The last card I was talking about was 5 of Wands, right? And so we was talking about that journey and there being some challenges and some obstacles on our journey, right? Maybe having a flat tire or running out of some gas. The imagery is just so powerful. Them tires, man. That the sharpness in the imagery just, it's just remind me of something popping, something, Be careful on that journey. The next card that is presented to me is in the reverse position. It's Ace of Swords. So, that lets me know that while we were on this journey, we had a plan. And we still have a plan. It's here, but it was in the reverse. And so, wow, the imagery. I'm just loving it. The sword and the light. I like the moon is what stood out to me, the 2 moons. Let's keep going. Next card, Prince of Cups. Some more beautiful imagery. And momentum. That's what I'm saying. I was talking about being on a journey, right, with the wands. And yeah, these are the wands. And so this card, and I would say there's some like fire energy, and this is air and water. So I'm noticing the elements here. This is momentum though, right? Like whoosh. That's what I hear when I'm looking at this card. Like we still going. I guess we was on foot or maybe in the car. Now we got our wings. We not even on the ground no more. We taking flight. That's what I heard. We done, yeah. So we had a little hiccup, little accident, something with that one vehicle, whatever vehicle. Maybe you was riding a bike, maybe you was driving a car. You was on the ground. Now we up in the air and we flying. I don't know which order these came in. They're good cards though. This one could be better. This one is good. 6 of Cups, and I see, is that Sagittarius? Cups. I don't think so, because Cups, I was just trying to remember the freaking zodiac signs for Cups, and Cups would be water. And I don't think Sagittarius, that's what I said, right? Sagittarius is not water. That sign at the bottom, I'm gonna have to look it up. You can't even see. I need like a better camera. And I've gotten so many cameras for recording content. I cannot afford the good cameras that zoom in, zoom in. Them is out of my budget. But this card, which is the 6 of Cups, it says at the bottom it represents pleasure. And so these are lanterns, right? That's what I'm seeing when I'm looking at them. And they kind of reminded me of the Chinese New Year. I had got some lanterns during the Chinese New Year. So light, because this card, I seen darkness, right, in the background and in the water. But this card to me represents light. There's still some darkness in that water. Still some darkness in the water. So water represents like emotions, some dark emotions going on. So I guess maybe trauma. I feel like if we're on a journey, but we're not like actually talking about a real journey, if we're talking about like a life journey, then you were in some dark, toxic situations, right? and it got bad, you know, you was like, enough is enough. I've had enough. This is it. This is where I just, you know, forget driving, forget walking. I'm taking a plane. I got somewhere to be, right? And so now you're finding joy. Now that you've taken off and you're soaring, you found a new method of transportation. You know, now you're finding pleasure in your journey again. And I feel like this card probably came before the pleasure, because I feel like, I forget in what order. Ace of Swords was in reverse. I really feel like it was like this, your plans, the plan that we was, you know, that we had while we was on this journey, that had got thrown off through your, you know, divinity off, your your essence off, like, you know, you kind of like lost sight of yourself and lost sight of the goals a little bit. I wish these cards had not got all thrown at me. These three was not revealed to me, so I'm looking at them now because they still fail. So the next card is Ruin, right? After reading them in the order that I read them in, the Empress was in reverse, right? So these go hand in hand where we're feeling ruined when it comes to this sticky stuff that had got on us in the very beginning of the journey. When it comes to I think it was this card. When it comes to, is that strife? It is. The Five of Wands. On our journey, that challenge on our journey, whatever that challenge was, it seems like it may have threw you off your balance. And that's normally what accidents do, you know. And it ruined some things, right? And this card, it keeps popping out to me, and it's like it wasn't an accident. This card is telling like there was some intentional, like there was some sabotage going on. Because yeah, like how does this get in your tire? You maybe you wasn't looking and you ran over. Maybe it was in the road, you didn't see it. I am seeing darkness in the journey, so maybe you couldn't see that it was something sharp in the road, and it caused your air in your tire to pop. But we still took flight. Like this card, oh, I feel so good about this card, because this card also to me says like to the rescue, like, you know, help is on the way. Like you thought you was gonna be stuck in that, on that journey, on that path, but we've taken flight. Like somebody swooped down and saved you, and now you unwhooshed and took off, and now we have pleasure, right? Gain was the next card. And that's such a, look at it, it's just shooting everywhere. Abundance, expansion. That's what I'm seeing. There's still darkness in the background. So I think, well, now that I'm turning it around, yeah, now that I'm turning it around, it's not darkness. It's that one right here that's kind of darkish gray. And the other colors are like green. There's some more darkish gray, right? But this is given like yin and yang, because there's light colors, there's these pastel colors in the front, and then there's these dark colors in the back. So to me, that's saying like both of them. You need yin and yang. You need the seasons, right? The dark would represent like fall, the light would represent like spring. And so right now we're in the spring, right? So maybe this darkness was in the past, of course, right? And maybe it was around like the fall. Maybe it was around, you know, autumn time, when these colors, because they're natural colors, so when nature would be normally looking like this would be in the fall. And when nature would normally be looking like this is in the spring, right? Love nature. Shout out to Mother Nature. And then this is the final chord. I don't know what I want to say. Chord. Okay, now that makes sense. This was the final chord. but cards. So when this card was presented to me, I just seen a mermaid. I can't put this card. I just realized there's some nudity. I hope y'all, I'm gonna see if I might have to cover that out. But the cord, that word came out perfect timing. This card represents a cord being severed because there's a head in this woman. This is a woman, so that divine energy, when I was looking at that first card and I told you I see that divine feminine symbol right here, you can't really see it, it's right there, it's tiny. But this woman, she's a woman, right? So it's that divine feminine energy went ahead and severed that cord. I know who that is to me. This card, oh my God, bro, I'm sorry, I lost it for a minute because I'm looking at the angel. That up there represents the angel, so this is all divine. Michael, is that you, bro? But you know, hey, um, this could sometimes they say that Archangel Michael can be presented in a feminine way. And I don't want to mix up genders and stuff like that. People get, sensitive about stuff like that. But that's an angel above this woman. She has her sword. I'm trying not to get like dinged and everything in this reading. And then she has a head right there. That's a head. So when I said this is the final cord, yeah, that cord has been severed. That was toxic, bro, but here's the ending of it. Like, congratulations. I done got emotional, bro. Like, and I know y'all think that it was captured, but we won. And I know we won. Oh man, hold up. Where is my favorite card out of this reading? This was my favorite card out of the reading. This is how I know we won. Last time I said we was on the winning team. Congratulations, we winners. We still winning. The victory is still ours, bro. When I said somebody was coming in, whoosh, to take flight to save you, an angel, your angels is protecting you and you are covered. Ooh, I'm getting like so emotional. Thank you for that reading because I've been telling y'all, I've been going through it. I'm not going to get personal in my readings, I have gone through some things, some nightmarish, unbelievable, betrayal, sabotage, almost everything you could think of. And I'm still alive. I'm still alive. Let me stop. Okay, let me go to my African goddess oracle cards because baby, the mamas, they have something to say. That we gotta start off with the divine feminine because we started off with it and we ended with it. So the mamas, they have something to say. Oh yeah. Let's see, mama, which card? Out there just doing the Lord's work. Amen. Amen. Oh boy, it's a celebration. Okay, I feel like that card wanted to come out. I'm too busy over here laughing. I feel like this card wanted to come out. Yes, Queen Nandi, intuition. And she looks like such a beautiful queen. There's that green and those natural colors again. I feel like this represents bone. I don't know. Ooh, and the scarab. Yes, I told you that angels, you are divinely, your spirit guides, your angels. They with you. And this card is for me with my motherhood and my son. I love my son, but I have been going through it as a single mother. As you know, all single mothers, I try not to make my content about that. I don't want, you know, but it's hard to hide, right? We're not going to hide it. I am a mom. I love my son. I have 2 twin daughters as well. I have 3 children altogether. But it's hard raising a little boy. And I feel like this card is representing my struggle right now. It is so hard. Me and my twin girls, we got it. Nails done, hair done, makeup. We got that. But to raise a man, baby, baby, how you do that? Don't even know. This card fell. Okay. With these, the feminine energy is just so, you know, the girls gone wild, bro. Like the girls, and it's so, I haven't even read the bottom of the card, but I need to connect the dots. I'm ahead of the message. So the Queen of Swords card, right? That was the one with the severed, and there was some nudity, right? It was her chest was bare, right? Her chest is not bare in this card. I still don't want to show it, but she kind of like you. The attention is on the chest, so it is a lot of divine feminine energy. I feel like the attention is on the chest, the female chest, and when we are connecting the dots of how is that important, that's how you live. Like before we had formula, and you know, before, you know, we had the ways that we feed babies now. I done forgot. Thank you goodness. I am so glad I'm out of that mommy mode. I'm in not even toddler mode. Like thank you goodness I'm in big kid. You know, I'm about to have a 6-year-old and 8-year-old, so I'm not even in formula breastfeeding days no more, right? But that's how we fed our children, was this, right? This is how you ate. So emphasis on the memories. I'm gonna say that the memory, the mama, the mama, emphasis on that. This card represents shame. At the same time, I didn't even look at the words, so let me highlight who this is. Long Bubby Susie. Long Bubby Susie. Hey Susie, you so beautiful. I love your feathers. It's giving native energy. I don't know who she is. She got the locks. You know, it's a lot of me representing in this reading, and that's why I try not to do a lot of readings, because I be coming out. My business be coming out, y'all. And I be trying to hide that, but there's writing on the wall, so it's like there's, when I see like writing on the wall, there will be truths that are revealed. You know, it might not be revealed right now. It might take 2-3 who knows how, but eventually the truth will be revealed. The writing is on the wall, you know. And she, I feel like, is outside of a cave. I'm not really sure. But when I was thinking about like darkness and that toxicness, we not in that no more. We are out of that. We are in our divine feminine energy. We are focused on our motherhood. We are focused on, you know, raising kings. I am a queen and I birth kings. Yeah. I feel like, is there one more card? We're going to see if there's one more card, because I feel like I'm kind of done with this deck, but let's see. We're on 23. I knew this read was going to be long. 23, 34, right? Y'all going to see me act ugly, because I just wish y'all would stop throwing these cards at me. Okay? You don't like it when I throw stuff at you. You wouldn't appreciate if I was throwing stuff at you. And they say, well, you do be throwing a lot of questions at us sometimes. You do have a little attitude. True. Ooh, Queen Nefertiti, do you remember the time when we fell in love? Okay, all of that's coming to me. So, Sachi, she's a big, beautiful woman. She's reminding me of, I forget her name, but I did finally watch Sinners. And so she is reminding me of that big old beautiful woman in Sinners. That one of the twins, his baby mama. Oh, I love that movie. I just don't talk about it because I have a difference of opinion, and I didn't want to rage bait nobody. But You know, that divine feminine energy is just so, it's just, you know, grounding. That's the card represented. I'm noticing this bale. I don't know if it's hay, wheat. It looks like vines. And so when I'm connecting that movie Sinners with this card, she was a root worker. Them look like roots, no? Yeah. Queen Nefertiti in the reverse position, right? Now, I don't like to see Queen Nefertiti in the reverse position because she is that queen. I love the imagery though because they are showing the Egyptian. When I said the writing is on the wall, um, you know, the writing is on the wall. There are hieroglyphs. They're not true hieroglyphs. They're imitation images of hieroglyphs on these pillars right here, and they're supposed to represent when Akhenaten and now I'm getting their names mixed up because I don't want to say them wrong. They said be quiet. Don't even, you should do your research on that. That's what they said. You follow that, that's for you to research. And then this card always comes out, and I'm so glad to see her. Nkosazana. I'm always trying to say her name. Nkosazana. I'm always trying to say her name. She comes out in my readings so frequently. Hey girl, Joe Pretty Rainbow. And I'm wearing my rainbow pants, and I wore my rainbow sweater yesterday. So yesterday I was on this energy, this Lisa Franks rainbow, yes, girl power energy. Even though I have my black lip on. So this card just represents abundance, right? I'm seeing them roots when I'm looking at the imagery on this card. They look like roots. So the ancestors, a lot is coming, and I can't process. Man, so what I can describe is like I'm hearing like feedback, right? And it's not all coming in clear because it's like hearing a radio station, honestly, right? And so I'm hearing like things, I'm hearing, you know what I'm hearing, and all I can do is like interpret certain words here and there because it's very staticky, unfortunately. I don't know why it's staticky. I would like to have a clear connection. I'm working on getting a clear connection. But yeah, that's why I don't do these readings because they take me so long. I'm doing the relationship one because as a mother, you have to, you know, be bending my cards a little too heavy. You've got to be concerned about your relationships. Your number one relationship as a mother is how is your relationship with your children, right? So I got this deck for romantic relationships, but it's sacred geometry and it's about relationships. So it doesn't have to be about romantic relationships. It's just about, you know, relationships. And since motherhood came out so prevalent, this card has come out multiple times in readings. Freedom. The energy of freedom supports our sense of limitless possibility and potential, boundless expression, and bold exploration. So freedom came out. Shame came out. It's time to not be shamed about being a woman, your body, that part. Maybe even being ashamed about how you became a mother, right? I'm not getting all into that. Attraction. This is a beautiful card. Purple and yellow. So pretty. I love when those colors are together. Such a pretty card. The energy of attraction amplifies the qualities that attract and support us on our journeys toward inner balance and harmony. I'm going to go because I don't want this to be longer than 30 minutes. We're at 29:17 right now. So I think that's it. At the bottom of the card, we have abundance. So everything is going good. Step into your divine feminine energy. We're winning. Don't be ashamed. I love y'all.